Welcome to It's Happening. My name is Jared. And as you can tell, I have to do this episode a little bit different. As I've mentioned on here many times, I have back problems and that chair is killing my back right now. So I'm going to do this episode standing up. I am not, I thought about screen sharing because I want to show you guys some stuff, but I want to go into a few things before I get started. But before I even do that, don't forget that this episode is brought to you by VandyStreet.com. Go check it out. The link's already there. I learned how to put it in the description instead of just the comments, but it will be in the comments as well. This is one of the new designs. It even has these on there as well that you can get that are just like this, ready to go. We also design them for you. We personalize them for you. If you want something personalized, obviously we need to talk with you and contact you. Ashley, can you hear me fine on Rumble? Sorry, guys. Like I said, we're still small. I need another setup so I can see myself on the live on Rumble, so I know everything is working okay. I don't have anybody working for me yet, but hopefully eventually I'll get to that point. Okay, so a little bit about me. I know most of you think I'm some MAGA Republican. I am some right-wing crazy person. First off, that's not true. I don't consider myself right, left, not even middle anymore, because there is no right, left, middle. It's all become the Communist Democrat Party, and then the Republican Party has become the Democrat Party, and then you've got people like us that are just left in the middle with no party, no nothing to really go on. Because here's the deal, guys. When I am voting, when it comes to politics, I don't look at parties. I mean, I have to today because we're forced to, but I like to look at the person running. And is this person that's running for office, are they going to abide by our Constitution and by our Bill of Rights? Are they going to protect our border? Are they going to protect our citizens if they ship them off to another country? Are they going to stop killing babies all the way up to birth? Are they going to get rid of this nonsense CRT? It's not just one issue that I go on. Sorry guys, like I said, I'm trying to do all this so I can make sure everything is working. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, it's working. Again, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. If you are actually going to abide by the Constitution, do what's best for everybody in this country, not divide us into little groups and start choosing which ones need more and which ones need less, and don't ever help that white devil, if you know what I mean. I mean, that's all they ever talk about today. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you where the Democrats and the Republicans, for that matter, get this guide that they go by. They use this guide every day. And a lot of the younger people don't even realize that what they're doing. This is how they manipulate everybody into doing things for them and to thinking that they are the good people and they are the ones who care for you. They want to do what's best for you. They care about minorities. They care about transgenders. They care about gays. Actually, when you take a step back and look at it, you start to realize that all of that is lies. They don't give a damn about any of it. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about me. They use us. They divide us. They need to divide us into little boxes. Then they start playing on everybody's emotions to get them divided against each other. Because if, God forbid, we the people ever wake up and realize we have the power in this country, we don't have to agree on everything in this country. But the one thing we need to agree on is that we have a country that's worth fighting for, that's worth protecting, that's worth protecting for our kids and our kids' futures. The Constitution, for that, the Bill of Rights, again. I mean, these are things that they don't ever talk about. I doubt they even teach them in school anymore. And if they do, they teach them in a way that's so negative that you hate America. And I find it very entertaining at times listening to some of these people for women's rights, gays' rights, trans rights, turn around and talk about how bad America is, and then go out and protest for a group that'll chop your head off. It'll throw you off a roof, that would use you to get what they want. But yeah, you're so oppressed in America, right? They've convinced you that you are oppressed here in America, where you can burn the American flag, bring the Ukrainian flag into the Congress, and then claim you're the victim. At what point do these victimized groups that are so victimized in America no longer become oppressed? I mean, when you really think about it, these groups that we talk about that they claim are oppressed literally have the backing of every corporation in America. They get more attention than any normal man or woman could get at any given time. And then they get in our faces and say, we're oppressing you. We want you to have your free speech. I enjoy watching you idiots. That's how it teaches me exactly what not to do. It also shows me who the real terrorists are in this country. You got to stop listening to these politicians on either side, because none of these politicians give a damn about you. They're only there to get re-voted in. We've absolutely got to change our system somehow, and I don't have all the answers for that, but something needs to change. We give these people power. They claim they're going to go fight for us, and they turn around and they use it against us. They turn around and they divide us into these groups, and then they go back home to their territories and they tell all the people the right things that they want to hear. They say these right things so they can get the money, and then they go right back into the machine and start crushing us even more. So I'm not right. I'm not left. I am an American. I'm not a white American, not a black American, not a Hispanic American. I'm an American. I'm an American who gives a damn about America, no matter what your skin color is, because I don't give a damn. The only people who focus on skin color are who? Who is constantly wanting you to focus on skin color? I know they've convinced you somehow that it's the Republicans or the non-Democrats who focus on race. Don't you find that odd that that's all they ever talk about? And even with their history, I mean, it doesn't take a college-educated person to read history, to know the history of the Democrat Party, to know the history of the Republican Party and why it became anyways, and to look at what's going on today and see the exact same things happening, just spun around the other way. And this is exactly how they get you to believe this stuff, guys. So I'm going to go through their heroes, rules for radicals. Some of you know who that is. Some of you don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of you do by now. I will go ahead and pull it up on here. You're not going to be able to read it because the writing's so small, so I was going to do it from my phone. But I'll go ahead and pull it up on here anyways. And guys, don't forget to like this video, comment on it, tag your friends and family, share it. When we reach 200 followers on Rumble, we're going to be doing a giveaway. 3 winners. We're going to do some tumblers. We're going to do some shirts. We're going to do some of our health products. And I may even throw in some books. I don't know yet. We want to give back to you guys. We don't want to just come on here and act like we're just looking for big and all that crap. We want to show you guys how grateful we are for your support, because without you, nothing I'm doing matters, really. So if you've heard of Saul Alinsky, let me know in the comments below. Just say yes or no. If you haven't, you definitely need to look more into it. And there's more I was going to go into with all of this, but I'm just going to do this page. And as I'm reading this, think of how our government does things, especially the Democrat Party. Just keep in mind, this is not something that's 30, 40, 50 years old. It's happening right now every day to us, and half the country acts like it's not. half the country somehow is convinced that half that the other half are domestic terrorists and they're the ones who hate you and they have some kind of privilege and supremacy over you. This absolute horse, you know what? So I know I'm not going to reach those people. I do these videos in hopes that the younger generation coming up starts to recognize what's going on. Whether it's the Democrats doing it, whether it's the Republicans doing it, I don't give a damn. I'll call them both out. But we all have to admit right now that it is the Democrat Party. Every one of our problems in our life today is from the Democrat Party. That doesn't mean that the Republicans are the solution, but the Democrats damn sure are the problem. So is it the Democrat Party? Is it their values? Is it their morals? I don't think they have any. Now, I'm not talking about you voters. I'm talking about the Democrat Party. I don't know, guys. Just keep in mind of the protests that we're watching right now, of how they talk about white men, of how they talk about conservatives, of how they talk about normal people in our country who are Americans, no matter if they're gay, trans, no matter if they're black, white, Mexican, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Take all that crap out of your mind because all of that is nonsense. All of it. It is all used to manipulate us into not talking with one another and to not realizing, okay, I may not necessarily agree with what you're doing, but I can come to the table and agree that you and I can find a better way for our communities to survive than what the government is doing to us. And if we keep allowing them to do what they're doing, you're going to know what real oppression is real soon. And if you want to find out what real oppression is, especially all those gays out marching for Palestine, go ahead and head to Gaza and go protest there with them. Let's see what happens. You want to find out what real oppression is? Go on over there. All right, guys. So it says How to Create a Socialist State by Saul Alinsky. There are 8 levels of control that must be obtained before you are able to create a socialist state. The first is the most important. Healthcare. Control healthcare and you control the people. Number 2, poverty. Increase. Say that again. Increase the poverty level as high as possible. Poor people are easy to control. They will not fight back if you are providing everything they need. And I really wish I could have somebody come on and talk back and forth, because this right here, this is a good one. Comment below. Do you not witness that happening today? Do you not see who they use that against and for? Number 3, debt. Increase the debt to an unsustainable level. What's happening right now? Go to the grocery store right now. Go look at your credit cards right now. What's happening right now in front of our eyes? Now, the Democrats have called me a conspiracy theorist. I think it's more like a conspiracy realist because I like to pay attention to reality and what's going on around me. They don't want me to pay attention to it. They don't want you to pay attention to it. They damn sure don't want you listening to a white man call them out on their BS. They want you to believe that I'm the problem. They need you to believe that I'm some kind of domestic terrorist who hates you. I'm here to tell you right now, I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. I don't care if you're black, pink, yellow, white, red. I don't see none of that crap. I don't judge you by that. I treat you and judge you by how you treat me or how you treat everybody else around me. I show you respect. You demand I show you respect, though. That's the difference. You demand it. I don't demand you show me respect. I earn it. Or at least I try to earn it. That's the difference. Number 4. And tell me below, which party's doing this? Gun control. Remove the people's ability to defend themselves from the government. But I thought that was for hunting. I got to have at least one Democrat or one liberal on here who constantly says that the Second Amendment was for hunting or for flintlock or for this or for that. Let me read that again because this is exactly what they're doing. Number 4, gun control. Remove people's ability to defend themselves from the government. That way, you are able to create a police state. Now, how about that? Dinesh D'Souza and Dan Bongino has made a documentary that every one of you need to go witness right now because we are living in a police state right now. This is no longer a constitutional republic, and y'all sure as hell don't know what a democracy is. Y'all talk about democracy all the time and how you're saving democracy, but I truly believe you don't have a damn clue what democracy is. I truly believe that. Let's move on. Number 6, education. Who's in control of education in this country? Number 7, religion. Remove the belief in God from the government and all schools. Who did that again? Class warfare. Divide the people into the wealthy and the poor. This will cause more discontent and it will be easier to take tax. The wealthy with the support of the poor. Guys, it's all right there in front of our faces. If we'd all just pay attention, if we'd all just find ways to come along, we don't have to agree on everything, but we do have to open our damn eyes and realize that our tyrant government right now is doing everything in its power to create the socialist police state where we have no say any longer. Oh, I know. I'm crazy. Let's move on. Saul Alinsky's 12 Rules for Radicals. What is really interesting about the use of Alinsky's simplistic tactics is that they were designed to be used by people with low intelligence. Ain't that funny? Because daily some Democrat calls me some ignorant hick because I didn't go to college. I'd rather be an ignorant hick that didn't go to college, that can see reality and understand what's going on, than to go pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to believe that I could change myself into a woman. Watch any video where the regular liberal marchers get interviewed, and you will find that they can go no further in a thought process than the words they heard on CNN or MSNBC. They don't have a message. They have a memorized chant, which they cannot explain or enlarge on. These people have no idea what a concept is. They are very likely these days to be vaccine damaged. When you understand this actuality, these Alinsky people become fun to watch. Like I was telling you earlier, it really becomes entertaining being called all these things by the very people who are those things. Here is the first list from Saul Alinsky. Rule number 1, power is not only what you have, but what the enemy thinks you have. Power is derived from 2 main sources, money and people. Have and have-nots. Must build power from flesh and blood. What's going on today right now? What are the Democrats forcing all of us into right now? He's even calling for the draft again. Guys, I really hope this is helping you think, open your mind and see what's going on. Step out of the left or right BS and remember that we're Americans and we are being overthrown by communists right now. Rule number 2, never go outside the expertise of your people. Democrats are good at that. It results in confusion, fear, and retreat. Feeling secure adds to the backbone of anyone. Organizations under attack wonder why radicals don't address the real issues. This is why they avoid things with which they have no knowledge. Rule number 3, whenever possible, go outside the expertise of the enemy. Y'all have heard this saying a lot, actually. Let me move on. Look for ways to increase insecurity, anxiety, and uncertainty. What does our news do every day? What did Barack Obama do in 2012 with the Smith-Mundt Act? It's leading to everything we're dealing with today. I encourage you to go look up 2012 Smith-Mundt Act. Rule number 4, make the enemy live up to its own book of rules. And this is what the Democrats do to us Christians, us people who have morals, us people who seek God, us people who try and live by the way, the things that we preach, the things that we talk about. We try to do better. We try to live up to what we say we believe in. Listen, if the rule that every letter gets a reply, send 30,000 letters. You can kill them with this because no one can possibly obey all of their own rules. No one. This is a serious rule that the besieged entity's very credibility and repetition is at stake, because if activists catch it lying or not living up to its own commitments, they can continue to chip away at the damage. This is where I want to say Republicans. This is where Republicans need to do better. They need to stop getting caught up in this nonsense, but the media traps them in it all the time, and they get caught with it all of the time. Number 5, ridicule. Ridicule is man's most potent weapon. White privilege, white supremacy, those MAGA Republicans. Specific terms are used for specific reasons to get you to have a potent weapon. There is no defense. It's irrational. It's infuriating. It also works as a key pressure point to force the enemy into concessions. Pretty crude, rude, and mean, huh? They want to create anger and fear. Rule number 6. A good tactic is one your people enjoy. Can you think of a tactic the Democrats really enjoy that we are witnessing right now every day in front of our very eyes? Comment below if you can. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe. It's free to subscribe on Rumble. Remember, when we get to 200 followers, we're going to do a giveaway. So share this with your family and friends. Share this with the younger generation that have no clue what's going on and are being manipulated by these people on a daily basis. We need to come back together somehow, some way. Like I said, I don't have to agree with you. I don't even have to like you. You don't have to like me. But damn it, do you want a good future for your kids? Do you want a safe place for your kids to live and grow up and raise their kids? Do you want a prosperous place for them? Or do you want the state telling them what to do? It's up to you. I'm just trying to show you what's going on. You can believe me or not. All right. They'll keep doing it without urging or coming back to do it more. They're doing their thing, and even when suggest better ones, radical activists in the sense are no different than any other human being. We all avoid unfun activities, but we revel at and enjoy the ones that work and bring results. Kind of like only focusing on when a white cop kills a black guy instead of how many black people kill black people, or focusing on when a black person kills a white person, the story completely changes, you know? And it's not just that. That's just a good example. I mean, we see it every day. Again, it's the people you're voting for that you think give a damn about you that hate you. Rule number 8. Oh, I'm sorry. Rule number 7. A tactic that drags on too long becomes a drag. Don't become old news. Even radical activists get bored. So keep them excited and involved. Organizers are constantly coming up with new tactics. George Soros. What a hero, right? I mean, he's got billions of dollars to pay these activists to go out and do the things that they're doing. And these people he's paying to go out and protest along these terrorists, the real terrorists, he's putting all their lives in danger. Oh, he's a good man, ain't he? Them Democrats are such good people. They really care about you. Us hicks are just ignorant. Rule number 8, keep the pressure on and never let it up. Keep trying new things. To keep the opposition off balance, as the opposition masters one approach, hit them from the flank with something new, like Black Lives Matter, like everything is systemically white supremacy. Oh, they figured that out. Now we need to go this way. They need to go that way. Just watch. It happens every day. Rule number 9, the threat is usually more terrifying than the thing itself. Ain't that the truth? Imagination and ego can drum up many more consequences than any activist. Perception. Perception is reality. Large organizations always prepare a worst case scenario, something that may be furthest from the activist's mind. The upshot is that the organization will expend enormous time and energy, creating in its own collective mind the direst of conclusions. The possibilities can easily poison the mind and result in demoralization. Kind of sounds like socially transitioning children, doesn't it? And rule number 10, if you push a negative hard enough, it will push through and become a positive. Let me say that one again because it's very important for the people who don't seem to understand that the Democrats use the very same race tactics against white people as they did in the past to get white people to look at black people as if they were less than. Now they're getting black people to look at white people as if they're less than. Violence from the other side can win the public to your side because the public sympathizes with the underdog. Unions use this tactic, peaceful, albeit out loud, demonstrations during the heyday of unions in the early mid-20th century incurred management's wrath, often in the form of violence that eventually brought public sympathy to the other side. Now, how in the hell do you think they got so many of young college kids to go out and march with people that would cut their heads off? Rule number 11, the price of a successful attack is a constructive alternative. Never let the enemy score points. What is one thing the Democrat will never do? I'm not talking about you voters again. What is one thing the Democrat Party or a Democrat politician, what will they never do? Come out and say they were wrong. They can't. If they ever admit they're wrong, then it opens the door to a lot of questions for other things that they are absolutely wrong on. So they can't admit it. They can't admit defeat in any way. They can't admit it. Never let the, let me go. So I read that. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Activist organizations have an agenda, and their strategy is to hold a place at the table, to be given a forum to wield their power. So they have to have a compromise solution. Rule number 12, pick the target, freeze it, personalize it, and fucking polarize it. Excuse my language. Cut off the support network and isolate the target from sympathy. What are they doing to Donald Trump right now? What is that crazy lady in New York, that attorney general, who's turned this whole case into a Hollywood show so she could get more fame? What are they doing? Trying to gag a running president? Not only a running president, the front runner. What did they do to him when he was president when it came to all the social media things? Folks, open your eyes. It's right in front of your face. Go after people, not institutions. People hurt faster than the institutions do. This is cruel, but very effective. Direct, personalized criticism and ridicule works. Now, why do you think they ridicule white people so much? Why do you think they ridicule white male straight people so much? Why do you think they do that? Why do you think they constantly parrot each other on the news about domestic terrorism and white people are the most dangerous threat to America? It's just like their other hero, Hitler, said, if you tell a big enough lie long enough, eventually they'll believe the lie. Kind of like the party switch. I could do a whole episode on that. The party switch. Parties don't switch, they sway, and we want them to. For those of you who believe in a party switch, I want to end with this, and I want you to really think about this. I want you, no matter how much you hate me because you've been taught to hate me, I want you to really think about what I'm fixing to say to you. The Democrat Party has convinced millions of people, that there was a party switch. Now, let's go through it just a little bit. The Democrats didn't want to give up slavery. The Democrats invented the KKK so they could fight back after the Civil War, which came back again later on. The Democrats did not want to end segregation. Joe Biden did not want his white children going to school with any of you colored children. Those are his words, not mine. That wasn't that long ago. But yeah, he gives a damn about you, doesn't he? He even said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. The Republicans fought to end slavery. The Republicans ended segregation. The Republicans fought for your civil rights. The Republicans fought for you to be in schools with us. The Republicans have fought for you the whole way, every step of the way. So at what point do you figure all Republicans just said, you know what? Them damn Democrats were right. Let's switch and start hating them. Let's do what the Democrats are doing, even though we fought so damn hard to stop all that shit. Have you ever asked yourself, in what world would that happen? They use the fact that the South, that's how they manipulate that. They use it as the South. The people who used to say the South will rise again, was the Democrat Party. So next time you're told you're a bigot because you're a Republican or this or that, remind these people, you know what? You ain't gonna say nothing. Send them this video. I mean, seriously, the Democrat Party is who they've always been. If you just open your eyes and see what they're doing right now towards white people, towards Jews, they've literally got people out screaming, gas the Jews. And then have the nerve to turn around and call me a young Hitler? Guys, again, Hitler was their hero. Hitler would be jealous of what the Democrats have pulled off. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Don't forget to like this video, comment on it, share it with your friends and family. Help us get up to 200 followers. I will be doing random giveaways all the time. Also on my social medias, my TikTok, the Clapper I just started, my Facebook, all of that stuff. They all censor me, Facebook especially. But for some reason, I've got the most followers there. Ain't that something? That's strange, ain't it? But they will continue to take my stuff down. So it really helps us when you guys like our videos, when you comment on them, when you share them, when you send us stars on Facebook, when you send us something on Cash App or PayPal, it goes back into being able to hire people and to get a message out that this isn't just about left and right, black and white. It's about right and wrong. It's about liberty. It's about freedom. It's about opportunity. It's about being able to choose that opportunity. It's about being able to have a thought without them locking you up for it. Guys, thank you so much. And don't forget, it is happening, especially if a Democrat tells you it's not. You have a wonderful evening.